the Chase Aerospace Gaming channel. Welcome once again to an episode of Star Citizen Forum Chatter on the Chase Aerospace Gaming channel. So, we've got a lot to get through today, so we're gonna book it. All of these threads, by the way, will be in the description, hyperlinks to them. In this first thread, the idea was that there should be an unknown species of aliens that shows up and just kind of watches people. And then the second you go out and try to interact with them, they warp away into the nothingness. And they're a mystery, and they, in my mind, they would be kind of like an Easter egg to find out in the world. Oh, I saw one of those, and you can try and take a picture and maybe submit said picture to an in-game news channel or something like that. Which is also reminds me, there should be a way for people to take pictures in-game, like not just screenshots, like in-game pictures, kind of like Far Cry 4 when you have the camera and you can take pictures of stuff. I don't know if it saves those pictures, but you get the gist of it. So moving on, the NPC crew debate rages on. Whether NPC crew will be a game-breaking mechanic that needs to be nerfed, or whether they just won't be worth it. How will it work with paying them versus paying real players? Just all sorts of madness in the forums. People are saying it's bad, people are saying it's good, and it's just a big conflict. So I'll have, I believe I have 2 NPC crew debate that I'll link in the description for you guys to go look at. So moving on again, there was one guy who, after not playing for approximately 2 or 3 months, I kind of forget, he came back to the game and he got his socks knocked off, basically. He took a look around at his hangar. I think that was when they replaced the hangars. Lucky him. His ship got updated. He says that he was amazed by what he saw when he returned. And it's a perspective that I do appreciate, because this is someone who backed early, stopped playing for a while, because, you know, life happens, you have to go do more important things. And then he came back to the game and was amazed by what he saw. So I do appreciate that. It was a nice little blurb to read on the forums. Alright, moving on to the website update. The website update, in my opinion, wasn't that great. It's kind of a brave move on their part, making the home screen that convoluted and difficult to navigate. It is a nice touch. It's got flair and style, but it's a little much for a home screen. When someone first gets to the website, alright, so let's face it, when someone's checking out the website, they're contemplating buying the game. So they want information on the game, yes, and the homepage accomplishes this very well. But it's not as obvious to navigate to the other parts of the website, like the forums and I think the store is pretty easy to get to if you're patient and you can read it. It's just my point is there's just a little bit too much going on the home screen for my liking. But let me know what you think. For all I know, I'm just a stick in the mud, and this is the new happening way to design websites. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Alright, moving on. The pistol. We got a pistol, and this is kind of old news, but I haven't talked about it yet. When you land on the platform next to the terraforming rig in like a drone sim or something, you can press F to get out of your vehicle, and while you're in EVA, you can scroll your mouse wheel to access a pistol that it kind of dropped kind of silently. No one really knew it was there until people started coming out with YouTube videos about it. And then you can shoot your ship, and it does actually do damage to your ship. I know that's not that impressive, but you never know with alphas. Like, the pistols might fire, but there not be any impact or collision programmed into the game, or no damage on it yet. But it does actually work. It's a fully functioning pistol, and it's really fun to use and destroy your ship. Just note, if you destroy your ship you die as it stands right now. You can't destroy your ship, and then it's some programming stuff, because the game thinks that you're in your ship. So when your ship explodes, you die by default. Or at least that's what I think is going on. That's the most logical explanation. Moving on again. Ice hauling profession. So it was suggested that ice be another form of tradable cargo, just like anything else in the verse. And I thought it was pretty cool, and there were some applications for ice, like building space stations. But it's not regular ice. It's the ice that you would use to build things would be a mixture of ice and other materials. And they offer some explanation for the history of ice being used to build things, or mixtures of ice and other things being used to build things in the forums. But I'll leave that link below so you can go check that out. It's pretty interesting. I thought it was cool, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Moving on, we've got 2 more things, and then that we'll call it a day. The archaeology game mechanic. Apparently there were some ancient civilizations on Hades that sparked this guy's interest. So he wants to implement an archaeology game mechanic, so you can go to these places where the civilization was rumored to have lived and dig around for artifacts and information and ancient technology and try to learn more about them. It was also suggested that there be puzzles or vaults where you have to basically crack the code or hack into some ancient technology to really understand what it is, its function, or what information it might be holding. I think it's a really cool way to have the community figure out more information about these ancient cultures rather than just being handed the information by CIG. And of course there are others who disagree. They would much prefer just a DLC like introducing new alien race X, Y, and Z. They do this, this, and this. These are their political beliefs and affiliations, and you should go check them out. So, yeah, but that kind of takes the fun out of exploring and finding things out for yourself. In my opinion, let me know what you guys think. And also go to the forum, and if you feel strongly about this or think it's a cool idea, you should go let them know. Same thing with all of these. Then last but not least, the tether mechanic. I saw this and thought it was a very, very fun idea. So if you've played Far Cry 4, you know that you can grapple, and you can even grapple onto the bottom of a drivable helicopter thing. I call it a whirlybird. So you can grapple onto the bottom of it from the ground as your friend is flying, and you can climb up to the seat or just swing from the bottom. You can do whatever you want. So it's a really fun mechanic, and when I saw this being suggested for Star Citizen, I thought that it's a must-have. The grapple makes Far Cry 4 super fun. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with grappling, but it's amazing. Because no other game. Okay, no, I take that back. Plenty of games have grappling systems. But I don't know, it's just something about the way it was implemented makes it fun. So the idea is you could grapple to ships, kind of like you can grapple to the whirlybird in Far Cry 4. And what I would also like to see implemented is if they put this in the game, with planetary exploration, I would like to see grappling, like rappelling off of walls, going up cliff faces, just to help in the general exploration of things. In all seriousness, on the grand scheme of things, this would not be a difficult thing to implement. Unless CIG took it to the place where they have to put tether anchors in strategic locations around the hull of every ship, which might be a little much. You could just say that the tip of the grapple is magnetic, a super strong magnet, so when you throw it at a ship it just sticks, so you don't have to worry about anchor pieces or garbage like that. So I mean, that would be a quick way to dispel any of that extra work. So then you would just have to come up with a rope that sticks to what it touches and is strong and can help people, like give a ship a tow without using a tractor beam, or have two people tethered together spinning through space trolling each other. You know, the possibilities are endless. So I really like this idea, and I would very much like to see it implemented at some point in the future. Alright, so that's it for today. That is that's the most interesting things that I found on the forum. But I strongly encourage everyone to go to the RSI website and look at all of this stuff, and if you find anything interesting, let me know. Thanks for watching. See you in the verse. Bye.
Commercial District C, Area 18, Arc